Welcome to this week's Read the Bible Together session. And we are continuing our series of with the Old Testament for the year. And we are finally moving out of the book of Genesis. So today we have our first story from the book of Exodus, and it comes from chapter 2, verses 1 through 12. So you can follow along with your own Bible. And the story is about baby Moses. We will be reading from the Spark Story Bible from Spark House Publishing. So Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, was afraid. He was rich and powerful and scared. What could he be scared of? Well, strangely enough, Pharaoh was scared of God's people, the Hebrews. He thought there were too many of them, and he was afraid that they would try to become more powerful than he was. To make sure the Hebrews had no power, Pharaoh made them his slaves and ordered them to work very hard. Even worse, he demanded that all the Hebrew baby boys should be drowned in the Nile River. Because of this, God's people were terribly afraid too. Everyone in Egypt was afraid. And you can see the Pharaoh over here, he's afraid, and we have God's people, and they're being treated badly as slaves. And during this fearful time, a baby boy was born to a Hebrew mother. She loved her baby boy, and of course, she wanted him to live. The baby's mother kept him safe by making him a floating basket. She put her baby in the basket and then hid it in the water and plants at the edge of the Nile River. The baby's big sister, Miriam, hid near the shore and watched over the basket. What happened next was amazing. Pharaoh's daughter came down to the river to take a bath. She saw the basket among the water and plants and asked her servant to go and get it. When she opened the basket, she was surprised to see a baby boy crying. There you can see baby Moses in the basket and Miriam and the Pharaoh's slave sent by his daughter. This must be one of the Hebrew children, said Pharaoh's daughter. He's awfully cute. Wouldn't it be fun to keep him? Ah, thought Miriam, I can help her. Miriam bravely stepped out of her hiding place. I could probably find someone to help take care of the baby for you until it's a little older, she said. That would be perfect, the Pharaoh's daughter said. And Miriam was excited to tell her mother the news. The baby's mother took good care of him. And when he was old enough, he went to live with Pharaoh's daughter. Miriam and her mother prayed he would be safe with her. I think I will name him Moses, said Pharaoh's daughter, because I took him out of the water. Moses lived in Pharaoh's palace until he grew up to be a man. During that time, life became worse and worse for the Hebrews. Eventually, however, Moses helped free God's people so they could leave Egypt. Now there was something besides fear for God's people. There was hope. And there you can see Miriam taking her brother to be with her mother, and then he grows up with Pharaoh's family until he's old enough to save his people, right? So this week, let's do a fun experiment. Experiment by filling your sink with some water and see what kind of things float best. And then what would you build a basket, a floating basket out of? Try that out this week as you think about the story of Moses and his journey.